spreading. Will it turn into a pandemic?
Say this, but it feels like 2020 all over again. Overflowing hospitals and thousands of patients with flu-like symptoms. China is facing a new health crisis, a new disease outbreak, which looks a lot like the Wuhan virus. And as always, Beijing is sharing no information. They're calling it a pneumonia of unknown origin. That's how Chinese authorities have described it. Beijing says it has set up systems to monitor the outbreak.
As per the information available so far, HMPV causes symptoms similar to influenza as well as COVID-19. However, unlike the two, it currently does not have any corresponding vaccine. How concerning is that?
We do hope it's just that, but sadly the pictures tell a different story. Take a look at this. This is believed to be from a hospital in China. We cannot verify these pictures, but several videos like this one are going viral. Clearly, there is more to the story. We do not wish to speculate and feed the fear.
Job 36:32. He covers his hand with lightning and commands it to strike. Do you remember, friends? Lightning can also be a sign of judgment in the Bible. I remember yesteryears when Rio de Janeiro was struck by lightning. And what happens next is quite shocking.
The Christ the Redeemer statue of Jesus Christ in Rio de Janeiro was struck by lightning. This is an actual footage of it. Days after the demonic carnival, on February 19, 2023, disastrous flood hit the state of Sao Paulo in Brazil, causing widespread damage and claiming the lives of 57 people. Heavy rains triggered landslides and flooding in coastal towns of the country's richest state, causing extensive damage to housing and infrastructure. Some believe that this was an instant karma for Brazil. Some Christians believe it was God's response for mocking Jesus, who was sent to save them and the world. Galatians 6 verse 7 says, God is not to be mocked. Whatever a man sows, he will reap in return.
The seven thunders of the book of Revelation. As the angel starts to speak, John hears the seven thunders. Revelation 10 verse 3. In the Bible, the voice of God is often equated with the sound of thunder. In Psalm 29, 3-9, the sevenfold voice of God is referred to as the sound of thunder. The seven thunders stand for the fullness of God's message, seven being the number of God. Just like the seventh day, it represents God's creative power and authority. After the seven thunders in Revelation 10, revealed comes the temple in the sanctuary in Revelation 11. Revelation 11 verse 19, and the temple of God was open in heaven, and there was seen in his temple the ark of his testimony, and there were lightnings and voices and thunderings and an earthquake and great hail. So seven thunders in Revelation 10 and thunder and lightnings in Revelation 11. And in the second coming of Christ, supernatural thunders and lightnings and great earthquake in this cataclysmic event. People will fear this thunder and earthquake, and they will hid themselves in the caves and ask the rocks to fall on them and hide from the face of the Lamb. The